Anthony Show continues. This is After O&A Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
We're on the air.
What are you talking about today?
Lots of stuff. Lots of times I don't know what I'm talking about until we're talking about it.
I know you're going to do what did you learn?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I like that you're doing that. And I know you take a lot of notes, so read over your notes.
Well, I'm definitely going to talk about John Cusack. Called Chad Dukes a filthy liar.
Oh, right. Oh,
He calls John Cusack an asshole.
Maybe Chad Dukes isn't the professional.
He's not a professional. Because, obviously, John Cusack was a very pleasant person.
I'm going to produce your show from now on.
Okay.
You got to get Chad Dukes back on the phone.
Iraq!
You got to get the Chad back on the phone. I'm not talking to him because I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Right.
But you should talk to him.
And say, look.
What else is in your notes?
Let me see. Definitely talk about Ant's fight with a bicycle cab guy. Chip is laughing at me. Roland and Jim, I want to see what was going on there. Because remember at the beginning of the show, Jim said that Roland got a little mad at him.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I was going to talk to Roland about it. Why would you cross it off? I'm in the middle of reading it.
Sorry.
You're not sorry.
I lost a follower for tweeting a John Cusack picture. I mean, what's wrong with
He doesn't want to
people?
see his fucking face.
I think that's my first tweet of the day. Really? That upset you that you had to unfollow me?
This guy goes, I'm tired of seeing John Cusack everywhere I turn around. That's it.
Really?
Was that...
No, but I mean, why else would you just decide to unfollow someone? Usually you unfollow someone after you read a tweet and you don't agree with it or something. You immediately unfollow that person. So if I only tweeted a John Cusack picture in the last hour, that means...
He didn't want to see it.
That means the John Cusack picture I tweeted bothered him so much he had to unfollow me.
Which do you think is his least favorite John Cusack movie?
I don't know a lot of John Cusack movies.
I know a lot of them.
My favorite is High Fidelity.
High Fidelity is really good.
That's before Jack Black was a complete asshole.
You find him to be a complete asshole?
I think so, yeah.
Well, Chad Dukes finds...
Jack Black loves Jack Black.
He is a big Jack Black fan.
He is the biggest Jack Black fan.
But Chad Dukes said John Cusack was a complete asshole.
You know what? I didn't get that vibe whatsoever.
No,
I thought he was beyond cool, down to earth, willing to talk about anything.
Chad Dukes must have a stick up his ass.
And do we look like assholes or not? That's what you have to fucking work out in this hour.
Well, I was going to explore that too and talk about,
I personally, when I say 9:30, that means 9:30. These guys were fooling around with the 9:30 going, well, it's still 9:30 until 9:31. And he was in sight. This is the only defense I have.
Yes.
He was in sight outside the studio before it hit 9:31.
Right.
That's my only defense. So are we assholes or are we not?
No, I think...
And I mean for this point alone, not in general. I understand that you're going to call me an asshole no matter what. But on this point, are we assholes or not?
I think today you are not. He was right outside the studio. The door was open.
At 9:30.
At 9:30, he was here.
Who cares? It was 9:30 and 50 seconds, right?
It was 9:30.
It was right there.
It was on the nose.
I want to take people inside the show. Guy named Mike Shanley, I'll give him a plug and everything in Michigan. He goes, this guy, meaning John Cusack, is a puss, just like you guys are for letting him in.
What was puss about him? He was talking about his movie.
Here's a guy that doesn't understand the show because I will break down a wall today.
Do it.
We like looking like pussies sometimes.
Why?
Everyone thinks we're just tough guys all the time. No, we're not. Sometimes we like looking like pussies.
Why do
And the John Cusack thing made us look kind of pussyish.
How come you like looking like pussies sometimes?
Because you want to give everyone a bunch of different looks, Sam.
You want to show your vulnerable side so people don't think you're untouchable.
Yes. Yes!
Because then they'll try to overthrow the king.
Then Mike Shanley then writes, funny how Opie and Anthony both talk so much shit until they're on the spot. What the F? Oh, that's a what the F.
What the F? Did you hear we were replaying some what the F's the other day?
E-Rock's what the F bit is one of my favorites.
Well, that's right.
And then he goes, time for me to look for a new show. Well, go find another show.
So today, that perfectly wonderful John Cusack interview led to you losing one Twitter follower and one listener to the Opie
Might be
Anthony
the same
show.
guy, Sam.
Could be.
It might be the same
well,
guy.
Fuck that. I don't even want to see him.
But... all right, whatever. I guess he wanted us to shut the door in his face, but technically he was here by 9:30.
Yeah, there were fans, but I told you guys.
But the other side of it is, I don't mind that everyone is pointing and laughing, going, "Oh, what pussies! They back down at the last minute." I think that's good radio too.
And I told you during the commercial break too that any of the fans that didn't, because you guys were kind of talking about how people didn't get that was still a good interview. That the whole time they were saying, "Oh, boo! You were supposed to kick him out," and blah blah blah. You can't give the listeners to this channel a smell of that blood, because you let them smell the blood. And they started snarling. And then when you take the steak away...
Right, but what did Ant say?
You got a bunch of angry dogs.
What was the instant feedback that he read?
I don't remember.
After the show? That John Cusack's answers were coming across...
a little... not cunty, did he say?
No, he didn't say that, but something...
There was just so much discussion of the cunt word.
No, but it was something like that. And we didn't get that at all, by the way. But it goes to your point that we were trying to set up John Cusack to fail as a goof, by the way.
Right.
Turns out he's a cool guy, and
you got to do something.
I look forward to him coming back. But so they try to pick up on any little nuance.
Right. They're just wanting. They need that meat.
It wasn't there though. I mean, the guy was all right.
No,
he was all right.
He was great. All right.
Sam, enjoy your.
I'm gonna go over here.
I do not call it the shit show.
Thank you for that. I don't either. For what it's worth.
Because that means then I run a shit show.
Yeah, that's what I never understood about you guys.
I tell Anthony, I'm like, you can't call it the shit show. That means we run a shit show.
Yeah, any insult to this program.
I mean, we don't like it all, but
I know you don't like me as a human being.
But to call it a shit show, then that reflects badly on us. I try to tell Anthony.
Because why would you put it on your channel to follow you?
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't at all.
All right. Have a good afternoon, Opie. Chad Dukes.
I was just talking with Joe Villa the other day. I don't think it's a shit show. I think it's a fine radio program.
That's what I'm talking about. You and Joe Villa are a couple guys with good heads on your shoulders. But today, Chad, did you hear the John Cusack interview?
Yeah, I heard the whole thing. He dropped that, what did he say, the master of the macabre or whatever. Yeah. In the first 30 seconds of the interview, I thought that was going to be it. There was going to be an explosion. It did not go the way that I thought it was going to, that's for sure.
He did. He dropped Godfather of Goth. That was the phrase that pays today. And he dropped it within, Eric, can you get the interview, and can we...
I think it was with 30 seconds of being, interviewed that he dropped that.
All right, let's get it. Yeah, get the interview, and I want to play it from the time he starts talking to when he drops Godfather of Goth. So he was more friendly with us, Chad, than he was with you?
Well, you got to remember, we were, one market zilches at the time doing a phoner for like a bad movie that he was in. It probably wasn't the best circumstances for us, but as soon as I think Opie said, I just lost a bet because you said what we thought you were going to say beforehand, and he said, well, I'm on a press tour here, guys.
Yeah.
And he showed that little glimmer of like a sense of humor. He won me back over after that portion. I thought he did a great job, especially with having to wait around for Howard to finish up with his interview.
Yeah, I mean, and then also those moments also make it like, oh, we're actually talking to a human being now, not just a promotional vehicle. So what movie was he talking to for you guys? Because that's what I was thinking when I was looking at Cusack. I was like, well, obviously he likes this movie, and I figured that when he was an asshole to you and Big O in D.C., he must have been promoting something he didn't even like. He didn't even want to call in for.
It might have been that 1408 movie, and I was surprised to hear. I know Jimmy says that he loves the movie. The guys in the studio. I think Jimmy's been honest, but I didn't think that movie was particularly good, and I think that he knew it wasn't particularly good. That's what he was doing press. Sam, if you don't mind, while I have you and we're talking,
let's do it.
How much of a disaster is it the tag champs' job to the great Khali this past week? I really think they need to bolster that tag team division inside the WWE.
Yeah, I mean the thing about it is he's WWE. I don't like non-title matches very frequently, and I definitely don't understand when champions lose on a consistent basis. It doesn't make them. It doesn't put much faith in championships.
It doesn't, and Khali can't even move anymore, and I guess he wants to the Indian market, but to have that guy in there sloughing around the ring and knocking guys with straps over the head and then pinning them clean in the middle of the ring, it pissed me off.
You got to give Khali one thing, though. He is very tall.
Very tall and very Indian, and he has very large boobs. I will give him that.
Let me ask you, and Chad Dukes, you're a big wrestling guy. I always see you and E-Rock live tweeting Raw. I'd throw a couple tweets in here and there. But when the Funkasaurus Brodus Clay debuted, you were all like, you were pissed off about it, and ever since then, I read your wrestling blog and everything.
Yeah.
Of course. And I keep seeing little references, favorable references to Brodus Clay.
Well, the prime time, the biggest fraud in the world is on the other end of the phone with you right now. Because I was at WrestleMania, and I think E-Rock probably had twice the seats that I did because I was sitting behind a pillar as well. But the Funkasaurus came out, and myself, 33-year-old overweight man, stood up and was dancing with all the grandmas at WrestleMania. So I'm a hypocrite. I'm a sycophant. I hated the Funkasaurus. I cursed him. I said it was the worst gimmick ever. They've ruined Brodus Clay. And now every night on Monday night, I dance in my living room along with him. It's a fraud, to be sure.
That's what I always say to wrestling fans is give it time. Because you always have, wrestling fans don't want to give anything time. They just want to jump on whatever idea is not what they expected and just smash it to bits.
Well, how about your boy John Cena, who had to take an ass beating from The Rock? He had to job to The Rock. You know, The Rock is there once every 2 or 3 weeks. Then, on the very next night, he goes out and he has to get beat down by Brock Lesnar and A-Train in the same evening. I mean, that guy is doing some work right now.
I don't know what they're doing to the poor guy. And I mean, so John Cena, we've talked about it on the show before. Brock Lesnar returned to WWE, and basically he's been on a couple times, and every time he's on, he's just beating up John Cena, who had just lost to The Rock. Brock Lesnar's having his first wrestling match in WWE back at their next pay-per-view. He's fighting John Cena. I would assume that Brock Lesnar is not going to lose his first match back, but I don't see how John Cena can lose again.
No, and weren't we promised, for Lesnar to come back, wouldn't it make more sense to kind of draw it out, especially with the rumors of him fighting Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania? It just seems to me that immediately giving us that payoff, maybe I'm ducking. Maybe I'm like the abused wife that's, as got the black eyes, they're dragging the husband off screaming, no, he still loves me. Because it was such a slow burn with the Rock's feud with John Cena. Maybe that's why I'm surprised to see that at the very next pay-per-view we're going to be rewarded with Lesnar versus Cena immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it is. But, yeah, I mean, they probably only got Brock for a year, so they want to do as much as they can with him, and they got to get this thing started. I mean, and it is a very sort of instantaneous way of doing things now. I don't think that the John Cena Rock build-up for a year is a sign of things to come. I think it's definitely... Right now, we're living in a time where things are happening quick, and they got to turn over the product and ratings, and quarter hours, and blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
The hashtag hire Sam. I'm way behind that. By the way, you read my site. Your interviews are very, very good, and I can't tell you in the Mark community, guys like me that are just like listeners, how jealous we are that those guys come through in studio on a regular basis up there in New York, and that you're constantly getting Punk, you're getting the A-listers. Like, there is a lot of jealous people up there with the access that you have to these guys.
Well, I can't say that I don't see that. Like, I would be jealous if and for the record, anytime, the few times that somebody's around anywhere and they're not here, I'm still jealous. So it doesn't matter. Now, you also said that the Busted Open show was at WrestleMania on Radio Row. Let's be honest. They don't do a better job of me or E-Rock, let alone both of us.
Well, I like those guys, and I went up and I said hi and everything because I listened to their show. But, I mean, let's be honest. Who is going to get more exposure for the WWE? That show or with the access that you guys have? So, I mean, hopefully next year that's the setup. I mean, that Radio Row setup, they do such a great job. And I just think with the knowledge that you boys bring with the mainstream audience, I just think that it would have been a no-brainer. I'm just surprised that the company of its own volition didn't decide to send you down.
Serious or WWE?
They're serious. There's a serious.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be amazed at what goes on around here. You'd be amazed at how many people, at who doesn't know what. You'd be astounded.
You talk about where guys do like live broadcasts, and they'll do live broadcasts from anywhere, much less a place that's going to generate that type of publicity. You're going to have 80,000 people in a stadium. You're going to have that many people on pay-per-view. It's just the buzz surrounding that event is as big as anything in quote-unquote legitimate sport. I'm always surprised at how undervalued it is by media.
Yeah, but Chad Dukes, if people as smart as you and I were the ones planning everything, who would be the ones on the air?
Yeah, exactly. And we are set the standard for what should be going on in popular culture.
That's right.
Also, Sam, if you get more involved with the Ring of Honor people, they do shows in Baltimore all the time. I saw that you did a show actually from there. Mm-hmm. That community is unbelievable, and they put on some of the best shows in the business. I really like the way they kind of emphasize their in-ring work over everything else.
Yeah, I love that company. Chad, I could talk wrestling with you all day, but we're infuriating half the audience, so I'm going to let you go. I'm glad we could turn you around on John Cusack today, though.
You absolutely did. I love the show, boys. Thank you very much. @NotSam on Twitter.
And @Chad Dukes on Twitter. Thank you, Chad.
Thanks, buddy. Talk soon.
All right. Talk to you later. Chad Dukes is one of the few. We've talked about it before. He's one of the few guys in regular radio that we actually like. So give him a follow. Chad Dukes. And yeah, I guess John Cusack didn't work out so well for him a couple years ago. But today, he was fantastic. Let's play What Did You Learn? 866-WOW-1-WOW.
Well, if you want to do that, or I have the clip ready.
Oh, yeah, real quick. Yeah, start calling now, and then we'll play the clip for What Did You Learn? But yeah, so basically, we saw John Cusack on the news calling Edgar Allan Poe the godfather of goth. Ant made a $20 bet with Opie that he would say it in this interview that he did with us today. Now, Ant was prepared to go in and kind of get it out of him and drop keywords and see what he could do. Let's take a look from the beginning of the interview.
This is when he walks in the door.
Okay, exactly how long it took John Cusack to call Edgar Allan Poe the godfather of goth.
John Cusack.
John Cusack. That's Jimmy. Anthony, how you doing? That's
Opie. What's up, John?
You don't have to worry about Sam Roberts right there.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's
all right.
I don't know. Probably over the years.
Yeah, I think so.
I saw The Raven last night, and right off
We're
the
actually
bat.
on the air, by the way.
Yeah, we're on the air.
Yeah. I know. We just.
I'm sorry. We're kind of casual
Phones on
here.
there? Yeah.
I saw The Raven last night. I loved it.
You liked it?
Period. Yeah, I really did.
Oh, great, man.
You play Edgar Allan Poe, obviously.
Very
and
iconic.
It's a murder
Edgar Allan Poe,
mystery.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's shot very dark. The cinematography is really good, and a lot of blood.
Yeah, well, he was the, godfather of goth. He was-
Boom! There it is. First words out of his mouth. The godfather of goth.
You want the time?
Yeah.
37 seconds.
And that includes him walking?
That when he walked in the studio to when he said it, 37 seconds.
Wow. Unbelievable. Let's play What Did You Learn? First of all, I'm going to do What Did I Learn? Then you play the sweeper, Eric. Today, I learned that Russians are scarier than black people. That's right. I learned that. Eric, hit the sweeper.
Here comes. What did we learn? What did we learn?
That's right. Eric, did you learn anything?
Yes, I learned that every morning Jimmy has to come to work looking at his friend on a billboard.
Yes, Kevin Hart was in here, and Jim has to drive by on his way to doing radio. His buddy, who he saw come up right out from under him, Kevin Hart, on a giant billboard in Times Square. Ray in New Hampshire. What did you learn on the Opie and Anthony show?
Justin from Raymond, New Hampshire.
Wow, that was... They just took words that you said and formed it into something else.
He actually asked me twice where I was from, too.
Jesus Christ. What did you learn?
Well, if you're looking at Jimmy and Kevin Hart, I learned that, in this case, the black man makes more money.
Yeah, the black man does make more money. Looks like the odds have evened out in that scenario. Josh in New Jersey, what did you learn on the Opie and Anthony show?
I love the After O&A live show.
Thank you.
I have to ask, how does it feel to dock a large me?
Well, I didn't dock. I don't know how docking feels. Oh, you son of a bitch. It's Josh in New Jersey again. Oh, you fucking asshole. Eric, we got to do something about this Josh from New Jersey. He snuck by me again. I talked about him yesterday, remember?
Yeah,
What
516.
What an asshole.
Oh,
John in South Carolina, what did you learn?
I learned that you can't help yourself but talk about wrestling.
Look, first of all, that is not a South Carolina accent you have, John.
No, I'm from Ireland.
Why would you go to South Carolina?
Because that's where the Southerners are, and they're as close as you can get to being Irish right there. They like drinking
and fighting.
Fucking shit up.
Yeah. Well, John, Chad Dukes and I were having an intellectual conversation about professional wrestling. I thought it was very appropriate.
Well, I just don't know about why you want to talk about men in little shorts and rolling around the ground. You
All
know
right.
it's fake, don't you?
No, I had no idea. I watch it for the athletic sport of it. Jimmy in Boston. Eric, you got to understand, what is the wrestling is fake thing? What is this argument? Like, do people not realize that we broke the story in 1984?
Yes, it's sports entertainment.
Like, you don't watch any scripted programs? Well, guess what? You know this movie, The Raven, that John Cusack is promoting? It's a complete fake. The guy who's in studio today is not actually Edgar Allan Poe.
What?
No, I know. I hate to burst
bullshit.
the illusions.
I sound like Pepper.
Jimmy in Boston, what did you learn today?
Today I learned that Opie's a fucking pussy, and he should have stuck to the 30-minute rule.
Yeah, but he gave him until 9:30, and he was out there.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. My iPhone said 10:32.
Yeah, but there's a delay.
There's a delay. Okay, so what? A 10, 15-second delay?
I'm telling you.
More than that.
We were looking at the clocks, and John Cusack was outside the door looking right at us.
He's not even an A-lister.
I mean,
if he was an A-lister, it's a different
he's
story.
close.
He's not an A-lister.
What list?
I'd say maybe middle B, maybe.
Get the fuck out of here. He's at least high B. Get out of here, Jimmy in Boston.
What has he done?
He don't. Jimmy in Boston, he's done nothing. We're playing What Did You Learn here on After Opie and Anthony Live. Edgar.
Hello.
Oh, Edgar. What did you learn on the Opie and Anthony show?
Stop talking about me. Keep talking about me. I learned that Opie and Anthony were talking about me.
It's a different Edgar. It's Edgar Allan Poe. It's not you.
I was on Opie and Anthony.
It's Opie. Opie. The only person who says Opie is Michio Kaku and you. It's Opie and Anthony.
I came to try.
I understand, but you go take care of that and leave me alone.
I know that Edgar Allan Poe died because he couldn't take medicine. His teeth were dry and the pills would stick to his teeth.
It's a different Edgar. Edgar Allan Poe did not have pills stuck to his dry teeth.
I'm Edgar.
Huh?
Okay. I'm running thin on material.
All right, Edgar, you take care of your teeth then.
Bye.
Bye. That was Edgar. We all learned something. Tony in Cleveland, what did you learn?
Hey, fuck Free Mumia, man. Free Keith Robinson. The IRS Mafia got him.
That's right. We learned that from Kevin Hart, that the IRS Mafia has Keith Robinson. BJ in PA, what did you learn?
I learned that I'm not a patriot because I don't believe everything that Ted Nugent says.
Ted Nugent, yeah, he's threatening the president and says you're not a patriot if you don't agree with Uncle Ted. David in South Carolina, what did you learn?
I learned that every time Opie wants his house cleaned, he just turns on a scary movie.
It's genius. I mean, he knows that his wife is going to go off and do something else, and it's probably going to be cleaning or washing dishes or something. So it works every time.
Cleaning piss socks.
Yeah, she's got to do the laundry, and there's piss all over his socks. You still think that's gross, right, Eric?
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
That, and he doesn't wash his sweatpants.
Yeah, he really should. I'm glad he stopped wearing those. Bob in Connecticut, what did you learn on today's Opie and Anthony show?
Hey, boys, I learned that not only does SiriusXM expect you to work for free, but they also expect to own your name.
Yeah, well, that was exposed today on the Opie and Anthony show. What can you say about it? How come these phone lines are getting X'd out?
I don't know. Let me check.
Yeah, double check on that. Ben, what did you learn on today's Opie and Anthony show?
I learned that Shaq really wants to be funny.
Yeah, that was the way Kevin Hart described him. He said, because Shaq wants to be funny.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Ben. Kevin in Houston, you're on After Opie and Anthony Live.
Hey, guys. Sam and E-Rock,
Yeah.
It's not that we don't understand and that wrestling is fake. We all get that. It's that two grown men talk about it all the time.
Guess
so
what?
Two
Guess
grown
what?
men talk about fucking football and baseball
Guess
and
what,
basketball
Kevin?
all the time.
And guess what? Nobody was talking about it until you called up. How does that feel? All right. John in Tampa, what did you learn?
Sam Roberts. I learned that Opie's old lady does not do dishes.
Yeah, well, that was kind of what we said before. Thank you, Jay. Terry in Orlando.
Yeah, I thought you showed no balls today.
Who?
I wouldn't have interviewed Opie and Anthony and Jim.
This is what we're talking about. Just because they let you smell a little blood and you get excited for something bad to happen, why wouldn't, if a movie star on the level of John Cusack comes in here, and
But I guess I guess I don't like Howard Stern, so I guess I think he fucked you too.
He didn't, because we still had Cusack for a half hour.
Okay, I thought it was ballless today, but
It wasn't.
I still like the show.
It was still a good segment.
It was okay.
It was.
I wanted Anthony to ask him about the gun thing too, and didn't have a chance to get to that.
This is what I'm saying. You guys are all. Why don't you just appreciate something that's not based in conflict? Just say, oh, it's a nice conversation between John Cusack, who's an interesting guy, Opie, Anthony, and Jim. Just because there was no conflict doesn't mean it was bad.
But I have to be honest, though, that we help you make the show better that way.
Whatever, Terry.
He sounds like a fake caller.
Yeah, he sounds like the voice that Travis and me do when we're screening calls. Jeff in Indiana. You're on After Opie and Anthony Live, dude. He hung up. He got very scared when he heard my voice. That's something that happens when a big star picks up the phone. Tyler in Minnesota, what did you learn on the Opie and Anthony show?
I learned today, Sam. What are you laughing at? I learned today, Sam, that Edgar's teeth are very, very dry. And this is Irish again.
Very good, Tyler. Snelly? Is your name Snelly in Michigan?
Snowy.
Well, the call screener wrote Snelly, like smelly, except with an N. Snelly.
Your screener sucks.
Yeah. Snelly, what did you learn on the Opie and Anthony show?
First off, wrestling's fake.
Yeah, I know. We learned a lot of things.
And I learned that O&A fans, some of those guys are fucking sharks, man. Jesus.
Did you appreciate...
Blood and it's like a feeding frenzy.
It's insane. Like, it's like, okay, if it blows up, it'll be fun. But if it doesn't, it'll still be good.
I'm glad they interviewed. I love John Cusack, and I don't want to listen to Howard Stern. So I wanted to hear, you give a good interview on your guys' show. So I was like, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, Snowy, I'm glad that you appreciated what we did today.
All right. Keep talking wrestling, Sam. No problem.
You see, people, there are lots of people like Snowy and other. Guess what? If you don't like wrestling, not everybody feels the same way as you.
We could do a wrestling show.
I can do a wrestling show anytime I want. You know why? It's not because I have a certain amount of power. It's because nobody who works here listens to this show, so I can literally talk about whatever I want. KG in Germany, what did you learn on the Opie and Anthony show?
Well, hello, Samuel. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Are you really in Germany right now?
Yes, sir. I'm in the Air Force, and I'm stationed overseas right now.
That's awesome. You guys listen to us live?
Oh, yeah, I got you guys on the SiriusXM app for the iPhone.
Love it. What did you learn on today's show?
Well, I learned today that going supersonic speed in an F-16 Viper really doesn't feel like that big of a deal.
It doesn't?
No, like you would think that it would slam you back in the seat, but no, it just kind of a smooth ride all the way to it.
Wow. You did that?
Yeah, I did it today. I got a chance to ride in the F-16 on a familiarization flight.
And you went, wow, Mach 1?
Mach 1. Actually, Mach 1.2.
That shit is crazy to me. Like, we just sat here.
That shit is
we just sat here and waited for John Cusack to come in. You were driving as fast as somebody could in a plane.
At one point, I was the fastest person in Germany today.
You can drive a plane, Eric. Well, congratulations, KG, and thank you for listening. Very cool to hear.
Well, thank you for putting on this awesome show after O&A leave.
You're the man.
Hey, did I win anything?
Yeah, do we have a prize? He's in Germany. Well, can we send it to somewhere in the States?
No, well, you can send it to me in Germany, but it's going to go to an APO address. It links up just like
that. Counts as American mail. That's fine.
Okay, cool. Eric, can we give him something?
Yeah, we'll find something for him.
Do we have anything rolling?
The Niggle Mansion, yeah.
What is it? What is it going to be? Do you have any idea?
No, I gotta look and see. We'll find him something really nice.
Is he a good caller?
Yeah, he's all the way in Germany, and he flew Mach 1 today on a...
Do you know what I'm going to do for him?
What?
A John Cusack autograph Saying Thing poster.
No.
Yes.
You're going to send that to him?
I'll give him one.
Did you hear that, KG?
I did, and I am so ecstatic.
That's amazing. All right, I'm going to put you on hold. Make sure you get KG's address.
Not really.
Oh, Roland!
That was a fucking dickhead.
He really is. Well, KG, you son of a bitch.
We'll find him something nice.
We'll find something nice and get a signed WoW sticker or something.
Well, thank you, Samuel.
All right, later. KG's on hold, so get his information. Roland, you dirty, rotten son of a bitch. You had to take out that stress you were feeling of getting John Cusack in here by 9:30.
5 seconds.
Oh, man. We got a lot of what did you learns to go through.
I feel bad now. Should I do it, though? Should I give it to him or no?
That's your call. Larry in Alabama, what did you learn?
Hollywood primetime, Sandy, sweetheart, Roberts, how are you?
Very well. How about you?
Well, you got Soho's over the busted open. I don't know how you could ever be happy after a hose job like that. I mean, you're doing wrestling play-by-play. You go ringside at times. Why the hell don't you have that show? It's your show. It's in your wheelhouse. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. What did you learn on today's show?
Well, I learned today that Edgar Allan Poe had a giant cock.
There's lots of things to learn about Edgar Allan Poe. Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Sammy. We appreciate the show. You're the best. Sammy, one thing, please don't sing. For God's sakes, don't sing. You can do everything, but singing ain't one of them. When you sing along with that song...
All right, Larry, shut up, Larry. I'm going to pick up the hotline now. You're on After Opie and Anthony Live.
Sam,
Yeah.
it's me and Jim.
Hi, guys.
How is a signed wow sticker nice?
What? People are fans of... You guys, do you understand that people want your autograph?
I looked at Jimmy. I go, I wouldn't even take a John Cusack signed wow sticker. It's it's a horrible gift to give a listener. We got something nice for you. How about a signed wow sticker, you thoughtless asshole? What a terrible gift.
What else are you guys going to sign? You don't take pictures.
Look, if you're a fan and you want an autograph, okay, it could be maybe a nice thing. I don't know. But if you're giving, a prize to someone, a signed wow sticker, yeah, we'll give you something nice. Here's a sock I let them come with. Right? Fucking horrible gift.
It was an impromptu prize.
Damn, I'm going to start giving out piss socks.
That's a prize.
That is a prize, and I'll sign the piss sock. And I will promise you that it was actually used to wipe off pee off the toilet seat. I promise you that.
Will you bring one in tomorrow for KG in Germany? Oh,
Absolutely.
This is
And
great.
E-Rock sucks for thinking it's gross. All the things he does, he thinks a piss sock is gross. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think's gross about E-Rock?
It's fucking underwear to begin with. And the fact that he eats like a fucking piece of shit.
Jesus, Chip.
We're driving angry Chip home today.
Oh, what's he so pissed off about?
He's got fucking pig feet. He eats like a fucking piece of shit.
Chip, lay off. It's not clever. It's just fucking mean. Lay off.
Mind your fucking business. And fuck E-Rock, too. I hope he gets cancer in his eyes or something.
What the fuck would you say that for?
Jesus.
Watch your language.
You watch your language, Chip. You're a fucking asshole a lot of the time.
Fuck you, you piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking idiot, too.
Watch your language. My mother's listening.
Yeah, your mother's listening while she's getting fucked by a black guy right now, Chip.
Well, that's not true sometimes.
Most of the time it is. All right. Well, I still say a wow sticker is a nice thing.
Now, you guys really built it up to be something special. We're getting at. It might be nice, but it's okay.
Well, I'm sorry. Roland promised him a signed John Cusack poster.
I said, "Do I'm going to do?"
And then he said I was joking. He's an asshole.
Here comes the codependent doorman. Here's the doorman that has all the four legs. Wait, you get to Europe. Hold on.
I hope he's
Got
doing
any copies of The Raven yet? No copies? Hey, did you get some? That's the movie I want to see. You might have one. Really? See him Friday. I'll have his number. I'll see him Friday. Yeah. Will be a nice talking. No. I wouldn't even give it to you if it was going to be grainy or chip chop. And none of that chip chop. Just be all numbers in the bottom. Oh, nice. All right. Good. Worked out. Usually when I get them, they're nice. Blockbuster ball. Yeah.
Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore.
I can use that. All right. See ya. Bye. Yeah, that's one. I want to see it. I guess he plays Edgar Allan Poe or something. And I don't want to go to a theater to see that, so I'd rather just see it in my house illegally.
What?
All right. I'll see you guys. Bye. Bye. Oppie.
Oh, Edgar's. That was really funny to me.
Oppie just went home.
I know, Edgar. Why are you still here?
China's dropping me off.
I wish you would.
Dentist.
Oh, I wish you would drive over you.
I'm going to
checked at your wedding
Why?
because your girl is of lower stock.
Jess is not of lower stock.
I'm home. You can hang up.
All right, goodbye. Goodbye, Kenny.
Kenny just hit the wrong button to hang up.
What a maroon.
That was vicious.
Hey, Cancer Eyes.
You call me Rock Cancer Eyes?
See.
Tom in Massachusetts. My dad always... Tom, does anybody call Massachusetts?
Yeah, sometimes I guess. I
My-
don't know why. Usually, what is it called? Mass?
My dad calls it Massachusetts every time he says it.
Well, your dad's a retard.
He's a fucking idiot. Tom, what did you learn on the show?
I learned that Edgar's got really dry teeth and he's got pills stuck to him.
That's Edgar Allan Poe and Edgar combined. That's not true.
No, I thought they were the same person.
No, they're different people, Edgar. I mean, Tom. You're confusing me now.
Jesus, come on, Sam.
I know.
Good job.
I'm trying to be a professional. Thank you, Tom.
All right.
All right.
Sam, are you going to come to the screening of the Avengers with us or no?
What time?
4:30.
It's a little late. Steve in Canada.
Yeah, listen, what's the matter with Chippa's mom getting fucked by big black guys? You know, the chicks love the BBC. And for you guys that don't know the acronyms out there for the sexual stuff, that's called big black cock. Okay? There's nothing wrong.
All right, I'm done with him. Fred in Dallas.
That guy rules.
He was just weird. I don't know what he's on. Was it does that count as a prank call?
That's my uncle.
No, that was more legitimate than most of these.
Yeah, you're right. Fred, what did you learn?
I've learned from Opie that pubic hair means green light. Have at it, boys.
He did say that. You're right. That's a great call. I had that written down on my page, actually. That pubic hair means you're ready to fuck. It's time to go. Nick in Maryland, what did you learn?
Sam, I learned that Ant does not respect you enough to give you an A-list guest.
You, like John Cusack?
No respect for the shit show.
Maybe that's what it was. Thank you, Nick.
There might be guests coming soon for the shit show.
I have an A-list guest coming?
Soon.
Who?
Can't tell you.
Ooh, that's exciting. Brad in Kentucky.
Yeah, man, I learned Roland is a piece of shit because he promised a serviceman, you know, a fucking gift, and then he reneged like a fucking bitch. Come on, Roland. He's in the Army or the Air Force. I know he's not in Afghanistan, but give the goddamn serviceman his fucking little shit present that you promised him.
No, he is in Germany. You gonna give it to him?
Oh, not
He's
that
a
language.
fucking serviceman, Roland.
Not that language, sir. Please, calm down. Your mother. I kissed your mother with those lips.
Andrew in Virginia, what did you learn?
I learned that E-Rock's got cancer in his eyes.
Okay, now we're just playing What Did You Learn on After Opie and Anthony Live just now. E-Rock, do you have cancer in your eyeballs?
Not that I was aware of, no.
I hope not. What's your favorite John Cusack movie?
Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead.
That's the one. Well, Say Anything is the one that everybody remembers him for, but Better Off Dead was the one that sparked all those ski movie parodies.
What's the worst John Cusack movie?
There is no better John Cusack movies.
There are
I've
some.
seen 3 of his
There's none.
movies, so I don't know.
2012 is terrible.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
2012 is a horrible movie. And I'm sure if he were here, he would admit
That
it.
limo scene was just
Is-
such bullshit.
It's a completely shitty movie. You know what his movie is great and underrated, doesn't get brought up enough? A little film called Identity. Did you see Identity?
No.
Identity was great. And if you haven't seen Identity, I would recommend it.
Was it One Crazy Summer he was in? Or was it...
Wet Hot American Summer? He wasn't
No,
in
One
that.
Crazy Summer?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but I would definitely watch Identity, and there's a little twist at the end that I enjoyed very much. The movie, it doesn't go where you think it's going to go, unless you're smarter than me, in which case it goes exactly where you think it's going to go. A lot of stuff's been going on. Troy, I'm glad you stopped by, actually. Troy Kwan is in the house.
What's up, dude?
You got intro music and everything.
I know.
Listen, we played, this Carly Rae Jepsen thing is still crazy right now.
My shit is still blowing up from people from the after show that got it stuck in their head and now they're addicted to it. And I told you people, I said, this is going to happen. Do not deny yourself the song. And everybody's like, it's a pop song. Fuck this. This is stupid. But now everybody's all on board.
Everybody is on the nuts of Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah, and I'm finally glad to see that Hits 1 is playing it, because I was listening to your show this morning and you played it.
You know what? First of all, I didn't play it. Mikey Piff programmed it for me to play.
Well, still.
And second of all, let me tell you, Hits 1 is running around here trying to be like, oh, whoa, look at the song we broke. We make a big deal out of it on After Opie and Anthony Live. We get the Twitter Nation, I think that's what they're called, going crazy over this Carly Rae Jepsen song. Then all of a sudden, it's in regular rotation again.
Yeah.
Oh, big surprise.
Everybody's on the nuts.
Everybody's on the nuts, but nobody wants to give credit to After Opie and Anthony Live.
We're working on her to come in.
You are.
Or call in, so you get the credit.
That would be good. So we can tell her.
We'll bring Piff in here, and we'll call bullshit.
Yeah. Is Piff here? Eric, give Mikey Piff a
Every
call.
time I call him, he never picks up.
Because he doesn't do anything here.
Do the bat signal, the tight t-shirt.
He just listens to whatever's going on After Opie and Anthony Live, and that's how he programs Hits One.
And I'm just glad I got the picture because I said, yo, you should stick around for a picture. And you're like, nah, fuck her. This song sucks. And now you're all on the nuts.
I didn't realize I was going to break her.
Well, you didn't break her. And I love how you're taking credit for that. Because
I did break her.
No, because I'm the one that played the video for you. And I'm like, dude, this shit is going to be fire this summer.
He did come to the offices.
Yes, but
you did.
And then I listened to your ass on the air. And
you don't have a show.
Like,
you don't have a show
yeah.
to break it on.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm the one that did this. I'm the one that did that.
You can't break it. You don't have a
Walking
show.
around the goddamn hallway, being like, oh, I broke Carly Rae Jepsen.
You came in and said this is a good song, and then Sam Roberts made the call to play it 16 times in a row and to have it a part of this After Opie and Anthony Live.
I actually recall coming on here and telling everybody that on my Instagram is a picture of me with Carly Rae Jepsen. And then you brought it up, and then that's how it started.
And I said, let's play the song.
Technically, I'm the one that brought it to the show.
You brought the name to the show. I played the song on the show.
Well, if you're going to get that technical, then Eric's the one that should get credit because he's the one that played it.
No, because he followed my instructions.
Thank you, Troy.
Yeah, but he's the one back to operating.
Technically,
he has to do it, though.
I'll take the assist, Troy.
Sam's a quarterback. He's the one that led us.
Thank you,
and
Roland.
led the people
because Troy,
to the song.
You have to realize something.
It's his
you
show.
Brought it to the godfather of the whole shit, the emperor. You brought it to the Mac.
Okay, so give the fucking credit.
It's like if Troy brings something to Oné, Oné makes it viral.
Right.
Not Troy.
Right.
You made it. You made Carly Rae song
right.
Viral. So go fuck yourself, Troy.
But anyway, guess who's got a picture with Carly Rae on the Instagram? Me.
Well, you can have that.
You're going to get the second generation. I got first generation Carly Rae Jepsen.
That's true. I'm going to get her after all this, after O&A Live fame.
If you can even get to it.
Because right now, there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of After Opie and Anthony Live listeners that are all trying to get at Carly Rae Jepsen.
Sam, I forgot the song. How does it go?
Well, actually, Eric. Actually, yeah, play for it. That's it. That's the song that we've been talking about, right? Now, this
is a masterpiece, is what this is.
It's not what you were saying when you were recording it.
Wow, I had a bad day that day.
This is the version that I wanted to play one more time. If you didn't hear it yesterday,
real quick,
yeah,
at
of course.
the end of this, because we've already played this, so it's not a spoiler. Is that you at the end, or is that Sam?
Sam.
That's Sam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Troy, when we all of the songs that Club Soda Kenny has done, to my knowledge, and if I'm not giving somebody their credit, make sure I know. But all of the songs that we've done, I feel like Troy and I have worked very well as a unit and as a team. Troy is the technical producer, and I is the creative producer. For instance, if Kenny's off beat, it's all Troy Kwan. If, making the song actually sound good, it's all Troy Kwan. But getting him through lyrical content is all Sam Roberts. And when that synergy comes together, boy,
yeah,
you're right. It's masterpieces that come out.
Yeah.
You and I work very well together.
We do. When Kenny wants to cooperate, a lot of times Kenny wants to not cooperate in the slightest.
And we work very well together in terms of breaking new artists, breaking new pop songs. Something that Mikey Piff doesn't know how to do.
Right.
Without us.
Yeah.
Without this show.
That's a nice face. That's a good face.
What's a good face?
You just trash Mikey Piff.
You like that?
I loved it.
Oh, like a face as in you say like it's a verb or a noun or what?
Don't be an asshole.
You don't know either, do you?
I don't.
This is the version I wanted to play.
I threw a wish in a well, don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked at you as it fell, and now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing. Hot night, wind was blowing, and where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby. I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. And all the other boys tried to chase me, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad. I missed you so bad. I missed you so bad. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad. And you should know that I missed you so bad. Here's where they want me to ad-lib. Good for them. Pull my prick. Pinch my helmet. This has been another Club Soda Kenny production with my man Troy Kwan and primetime Sam Roberts. Stay tuned for Behind the Music with Club Soda Kenny. Club Soda Kenny on Facebook, y'all. Stop yelling. I wasn't yelling.
Yes, you were. I mean, it was a masterpiece. And Troy, your placement of his ad-libs with the music, that's all you, man. That's artwork. Now, somebody was on the phone but hung up and said that we're assholes because their girlfriend was listening to this song 2 weeks ago. How come nobody was fucking talking about it then? We didn't say we wrote and recorded the song.
Yeah.
We said we broke it.
Yeah, I mean, Disney Channel was fucking playing it.
But nobody was talking about it.
No, nobody's talking about it.
Now people are talking about
And
it.
it's kind of like if Hits One's one of the biggest music channels on here, if they're not playing it, I mean, is it really on the map yet?
There's a difference between debuting it and actually breaking the song.
Right.
Yeah, we broke it.
Yeah.
Okay, we
brought it to the masses.
We made this bitch famous.
Yeah.
Here on After Opie and Anthony Live.
You want a Mikey Piff update?
Yeah.
He's not in the office. I
He did.
texted him. I gave him the number. I said, call in. And he goes, you're still doing this?
Well, yeah, tell
And
Mikey
that's the last
Piff.
I heard.
Mikey Piff is just pissed that he's not the one that was going to take credit for it.
He's not the guy who did it this time.
And I'm just so glad that after that happened that other day, we walked around and told everybody.
Everyone.
That this is what's happened. You guys are asleep at the wheel.
And that's why it's important that, to mention we didn't break this song for 5 minutes on After Opie and Anthony Live. We did it for 40 minutes. There is no mistaking what happened on this show.
Right.
And we're still doing it a week later.
Yeah, and I'm still getting the tweets from that 45 minutes last week.
That's right. That's right. We had a whole FU line thing promo full of FUs for that song.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I'm glad to see it blown up. I'm glad to see Hits One is finally on board.
Yeah, exactly. Way to be late to the party.
Yeah.
Hits One.
Better late than never, though.
You, though, I mean, I got to tell you guys, I've told you before. Remember when we did Bobo Man, which I would play right now, but I actually want to have some time to talk. Bobo Man, I brought Bobo into Troy's studio for it, and Troy couldn't have been less happy. He was tortured while Bobo was in there. He hated every minute of it. When I brought Kenny into Troy's studio a couple days ago to record that song, that was the Troy I got. You Bobo'd Club Soda Kenny.
Because Club Soda comes in and he's like a diva. You know what I mean? Like he wants things done his way. He doesn't want to cooperate. He doesn't even want to listen to the song beforehand to do a little bit of homework. And that's fine. But, you know, there's just some days that I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean? I just want to get the job done. You know, with Kenny, it's playtime all the time.
Well, you know what? You have to be in that zone. I don't like that you decide to be in your mood sometimes. Sometimes you're cranky. Sometimes you don't want to play.
And I understand that, but sometimes there's a lot on my plate that I have to figure out. Like I'm putting together a new intro for the show. That's a lot of work, and you have to literally take all these parts and put them together in your head.
Put it to the side. This is Carly Rae Jepsen. We're talking about breaking new artists.
No, I understand, but while I'm working on Club Soda Kenny singing a song, I'm working on 20 different things.
Well, why don't you let this... When Club Soda Kenny and me are in there...
This is just to clean the palate.
Doing something creative. This is a vacation for you. And if somebody walks back there, like, I spent, whatever, we took 45 minutes to record that song. I didn't have to be in here pretending I know how to Google for 45 minutes, because I was back there in your studio recording the song. Vacation. That's what it is. You shouldn't be crabby about the fact that you have to do a show intro when you're not doing the show intro.
No, I know, but I'm still trying to put it together in my head.
That's why I need you focused, Troy. From now on, I need you focused on the task at hand. I don't believe in multitasking. You know who multitasks?
Who?
People who are not focused. And that's why shit gets done wrong.
No.
You ever see me multitask?
You do multiple things.
Never.
I like that Eric just tweeted that let Mikey Piff know who on SiriusXM broke Carly Rae Jepsen.
So people can tweet him?
Yeah,
That's good.
let him know. Because he's trying to dodge this bullet. But
he is.
Mikey Piff, step up to the plate, man. You fucked up.
You fucked up this time. You know what I mean? Like, he was bragging around here that Hits One broke One Direction.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you missed the boat on Carly Rae Jepsen while you were focused on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You picked the wrong raft.
Right.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You know, sorry, we had our ear to the street. Troy picked up on this because he's a club DJ and he knows what's hot. And then he presented what's hot to me. I said, I don't know for sure yet. Let's play it 16 times in a row live on the radio. And by the 8th time, I was down.
Everybody was down.
Everyone.
Roland was downloading it.
Yeah.
Travis came in here saying that he's now a fan.
And that's another thing. I think I deserve, and maybe I'll get you Wendy's with some of them, I deserve some money.
From who?
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Well, you're going to have to bring that up with her.
I will. Because I get tweets from O&A fans and After Opie and Anthony Live fans who are tweeting me with pictures of their little iPhone screens that says, now listening to Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah. Everybody's on board. I told you.
I got Carly Rae those dollars.
Don't deny that song. Just crank it up and enjoy it.
Just
Windows
enjoy
down. It's a feel-good song. It's a feel-good song of the summer.
People are feedbacking in. This guy Frank in New Jersey.
What's Frank have to say?
He wants Kenny's version downloadable. He loves it.
I'm sure people put shit right up on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is record the show and cut my part of it out.
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell Opie to play this song, and he was going to yesterday and today, but he just didn't get around to it because, you know, Opie and Anthony actually do a real show. They got all that shit going on.
Right.
But I told him the feedback on this is big, and you guys got to be down with this Carly Rae Jepsen revolution that was started on After Opie and Anthony Live.
See, I don't think they want that, though.
Why not?
Well, because it's like, you know, it's spotlighting, you know, it coming to your show. You know, they refer to the show as the shit show.
Well, you know what? First of all, they don't. Opie made it clear that he does not. He said that today. As he was leaving, he said, I don't refer to it as the shit show. Because he's smart enough to realize that implies that Opie and Anthony have decided to put something shit quality on their channel to follow their show. Doesn't make them exactly look like geniuses.
Well, yeah, I hear that.
From that perspective.
Right.
So, I mean, Anthony and Jim, I'm sure, still refer to it that way, but it's not the correct name.
Right, I know that.
And this is the show and the voice of a new generation. You know, we're talking to the kids. We're talking to the youth of America. And by youth of America, I mean 40-year-old truck drivers who listen to Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah.
That's who we're
funny.
talking to.
That's funny. I think you should do a new music segment every week.
You think so?
I think you should.
And you could come in and help me out with that
Yeah.
and let me know what the girls are dancing to and stuff.
I'm telling you, man, there's a couple hip-hop tracks right now that are really hot.
Yeah.
So,
all right,
it's not pop, you know what I mean? It's not easily accessible as Carly Rae Jepsen, but...
Yeah. And the hip-hop thing, a lot of the listeners are very racist, so that's a little bit of a tougher sell.
Well, that's fine, and I can explain it, and like, look, you know, if you don't like hip-hop, but who knows, maybe I'll be able to turn people onto hip-hop that don't understand it.
There's lots of things to look forward to, not only tomorrow, but today. Ron and Fez are coming up next, for instance. Stay tuned for that, and we'll be back with more of this tomorrow when Opie and Anthony and After Opie and Anthony Live continue. Goodbye.
The Opie and Anthony Show is now